The universe does not begin with noise. It begins with silence. A deep, endless quiet that stretches beyond thought, beyond time, and beyond the need to be understood. Before stars learned how to burn, before galaxies discovered how to dance, there was only darkness, calm and patient, like a cosmic breath held forever. Imagine floating there now, weightless, wrapped in a soft blanket of night, where nothing rushes and nothing demands attention. This is where our sleepy journey begins. As you relax, the universe slowly reveals itself, not as a place of chaos, but as a vast, soothing rhythm. Every distant star pulses gently, like a heartbeat you do not need to count. Light travels quietly here, moving for millions of years without making a sound, crossing oceans of space just to softly touch your eyes. Even the most powerful events in the universe unfold in silence, reminding us that greatness does not require loudness. Long ago, around 13.8 billion years in the past, the universe awakened from a state far smaller than a grain of sand. Scientists call this moment the Big Bang, but the name can be misleading. There was no explosion in space. There was no thunder. Space itself gently unfolded, expanding everywhere at once, like a slow exhale after an eternal sleep. From that calm expansion, time began to flow, and the universe started its long, quiet story. As the universe cooled, simple particles drifted together like sleepy travelers finding warmth. Hydrogen and helium formed first, the lightest and most peaceful elements. These elements would later become the fuel for stars, but for now, they simply floated, patient and still. Gravity, the universe's most gentle sculptor, slowly began pulling matter together, never in a hurry, always precise. Billions of years passed, yet nothing felt rushed. Clouds of gas thickened, growing heavier until they collapsed under their own calm persistence. From these collapses, the first stars were born. They did not scream into existence. They ignited softly, lighting the darkness like candles in an endless night. Each star became a quiet storyteller, carrying the memory of the early universe in its glow. Stars live long, peaceful lives. Some burn steadily for billions of years, providing warmth and light without ever knowing who might be watching. Others live faster, brighter lives, shining intensely before gently fading away. Inside their glowing cores, stars create the elements that make everything else possible. The carbon in your body, the oxygen in your breath, and the calcium in your bones were all formed in the slow, steady hearts of ancient stars. Galaxies began to form as gravity-guided stars into graceful spirals and soft glowing clusters. The Milky Way, our cosmic home, is one of hundreds of billions of galaxies drifting through the universe. It spins slowly, once every few 100 million years, like a sleepy carousel of light. Somewhere within one of its spiral arms, our small solar system quietly took shape. The sun was born from a cloud of gas and dust that collapsed gently, warming as it condensed. Around it, leftover material formed planets, moons, and asteroids, each finding its own calm orbit. Earth settled into a perfect distance, not too close, not too far, allowing oceans to form and life to slowly awaken. Even now, Earth moves through space peacefully, circling the sun without ever feeling the rush. Space itself is not empty. It is filled with faint radiation, soft whispers from the birth of the universe still echoing today. This cosmic background glow surrounds us at all times, a reminder that the universe remembers its beginnings. We are always floating inside this ancient light, even when we close our eyes. As you listen, imagine drifting farther outward, beyond planets and stars, beyond galaxies themselves. The universe grows quieter the farther you go. Distances stretch so wide that light takes millions of years to cross them. Time slows. Motion becomes almost unnoticeable. In this calm vastness, the universe feels less like a machine and more like a dream. The most beautiful truth is this: the universe does not rush, and neither do you need to. Everything unfolds in its own time. Stars are born when they are ready. Galaxies evolve slowly. Even the universe itself continues to expand, gently and endlessly, without ever asking for attention. Tonight, as you rest your thoughts, remember that you are part of this quiet story. Your atoms were shaped by stars. Your existence is written in cosmic dust. And just like the universe, you are allowed to move slowly, to rest deeply, and to drift peacefully into the calm. This is only the beginning. The universe has many soft secrets left to share, and each one waits patiently, ready to be discovered as you continue your gentle journey through the sleeping cosmos. As you drift deeper into the universe, you begin to notice something subtle and calming. Space itself is breathing. Not quickly, not urgently, but slowly and endlessly. The universe is expanding, stretching gently in every direction, carrying galaxies apart like leaves floating on a quiet river. This expansion is not a rush toward something new, but a continuation of an ancient rhythm that began long before stars existed. Time moves differently in the universe. It is not a ticking clock, but a soft current. Near massive objects, time slows down, becoming heavier, almost sleepy. Near black holes, time nearly comes to rest, as if the universe itself pauses to breathe. Far away in the emptiness between galaxies, time flows freely and calmly, unbothered by gravity's gentle pull. Albert Einstein once revealed that space and time are woven together into a single fabric called spacetime. This fabric is not rigid. It bends, curves, and stretches under the presence of mass, like a soft blanket responding to weight. Planets, stars, and galaxies rest within these curves, moving along paths shaped by gravity's quiet guidance. Nothing is forced. Everything simply follows the natural contours of the universe. Imagine floating near a massive star. Its gravity gently bends the space-time around it, guiding nearby objects into peaceful orbits. Planets do not cling desperately to their stars. They glide, endlessly falling yet never crashing, caught in a perfect balance. This silent falling is what we call orbit, a cosmic dance performed without music or sound. As you drift farther, galaxies appear like glowing islands in an infinite ocean. Each galaxy moves away from the others, carried by the expansion of space itself. No central point exists. Every place is the center from its own perspective. This means that wherever you imagine yourself floating now, the universe is expanding equally in all directions around you. Light becomes your only companion here. It travels at the fastest speed possible, yet even light has limits. When you look at distant galaxies, you are seeing them as they were long ago. Some of the light reaching your eyes tonight began its journey before Earth even existed. In this way, the universe allows us to look back in time simply by observing the sky. The farther you look, the younger the universe appears. Eventually, you reach a soft glow that fills all of space, known as the cosmic microwave background. This ancient light is the afterglow of the universe's birth, cooled and stretched over billions of years. It is everywhere, surrounding you like a warm echo from the beginning of everything. Between galaxies lies vast emptiness, but even this emptiness is not truly empty. Invisible energy fills space, gently pushing the universe to expand faster and faster. Scientists call this dark energy. Its nature remains a mystery, but its effect is calm and persistent. It does not tear the universe apart. It simply encourages space to keep growing, like a dream that refuses to end. Dark matter also drifts silently through the cosmos. It does not shine, reflect, or absorb light, yet its gravity shapes galaxies and holds them together. Without dark matter, galaxies would slowly drift apart. With it, they remain softly bound, spinning peacefully for billions of years. Though unseen, dark matter is everywhere, like a quiet guardian of cosmic structure. As time passes, stars age. Some swell into red giants, glowing warmly as they expand. Others gently shed their outer layers, leaving behind glowing shells of gas that fade slowly into darkness. Even in death, stars create beauty, painting space with soft colors before dissolving back into the cosmic night. Massive stars end their lives differently. When they run out of fuel, they collapse inward, then release their energy in a supernova. These events are among the most powerful in the universe, yet they happen in complete silence. From this quiet destruction, new elements are scattered across space, becoming the seeds of future stars, planets, and life. Time continues its steady flow. Galaxies collide and merge, not violently, but gracefully. Stars pass by one another without touching, guided by gravity's calm hand. Over billions of years, these mergers reshape galaxies into new forms, proving that even change in the universe happens slowly and thoughtfully. As you float here, wrapped in the darkness between stars, the universe feels less like a distant mystery and more like a gentle companion. It does not demand understanding. It invites quiet observation. Every movement, every expansion, every slow transformation happens without urgency. The universe has all the time it needs. And in this vast, patient space, you are free to let your thoughts slow down, to drift, and to rest within the endless, breathing calm of space-time itself. In the deepest, calmest regions of space, far away from bright galaxies and noisy cosmic events, stars are born in silence. Their beginnings are slow and unhurried, taking place inside vast clouds of gas and dust that drift gently through the darkness. These clouds, known as nebulae, glow faintly, like soft lanterns suspended in the night, waiting patiently for gravity to begin its work. Over millions of years, gravity quietly gathers the gas, pulling it inward bit by bit. Nothing sudden happens. The cloud simply becomes denser, warmer, and more focused, as if the universe is slowly closing its eyes. At the center of this gathering, a new star begins to form, still hidden, still fragile, surrounded by the remnants of its birthplace. As the pressure and temperature rise, hydrogen atoms move faster, eventually fusing together in a calm, controlled reaction. This fusion releases energy, and a star gently ignites. There is no sound, no flash felt across space. The star simply begins to glow, marking its presence with steady light that will travel quietly for billions of years. Stars spend most of their lives in this peaceful state, known as the main sequence. During this long phase, they burn their fuel slowly and consistently, balancing gravity's inward pull with the outward pressure of fusion. This balance keeps the star stable, calm, and enduring. Our sun has been in this phase for over 4 billion years, shining steadily without interruption. Different stars live different lives, depending on their mass. Smaller stars burn their fuel so slowly that they can last for trillions of years, far longer than the current age of the universe. These stars glow softly, providing gentle warmth without ever becoming dramatic. They are the universe's quiet caretakers, constant and reliable. Larger stars burn brighter and faster. Their lives are shorter, but their presence is intense. Even so, their existence is not chaotic. They follow the same rules, the same slow processes, simply at a different pace. The universe allows every star to live according to its nature, without judgment or urgency. Inside every star, elements are being created. Hydrogen becomes helium, helium becomes heavier elements, step by step. This process happens gradually, layer by layer, like a calm alchemy performed over millions of years. These elements remain locked inside the star until the end of its life, waiting to be shared with the universe. As stars age, they begin to change. Medium-sized stars, like the Sun, slowly expand into red giants. Their outer layers drift outward, cooling as they spread into space. The core remains hot and dense, while the surrounding gas glows softly, creating beautiful planetary nebulae that fade gently over time. Eventually, these stars release their outer layers completely, leaving behind a white dwarf at the center. This small, dense remnant no longer produces energy, but it still shines faintly, cooling slowly over billions of years. It does not disappear. It simply rests, holding the memory of a star that once was. Massive stars end their lives in a different way. When their fuel is exhausted, gravity overwhelms the core, causing it to collapse. This collapse triggers a supernova, spreading light and matter across space. Though incredibly powerful, this event unfolds in silence, its beauty visible only through distant observation. From the remains of massive stars come neutron stars and black holes. Neutron stars spin quietly, emitting steady pulses of radiation like cosmic lighthouses. Black holes rest even deeper in silence, bending space-time so strongly that not even light can escape. They are not destructive monsters, but calm regions of extreme gravity, quietly shaping their surroundings. Every star, no matter how it ends, contributes to the universe's ongoing story. The elements they create become part of new stars, planets, and eventually, living beings. In this way, stars never truly die. They transform, slowly and thoughtfully, becoming part of something new. As you imagine drifting among these stars, feel the calm of their presence. They do not rush. They do not compete. Each one shines in its own time, following a gentle path set by the universe itself. The light reaching you now may have begun its journey long before human history. It has crossed unimaginable distances through empty space, carrying a quiet message from a distant star. That message is simple and comforting. Everything unfolds as it should. And as the universe continues its slow creation and transformation, you are free to rest, knowing that even in the vastness of space, there is patience, balance, and peace. Around newly formed stars, the universe begins another slow and careful process. Leftover gas and dust from the star's birth settles into a wide, spinning disk. This disk turns quietly, guided by gravity and motion working together in perfect balance. Over time, tiny particles begin to stick together, gently colliding and merging, forming the early shapes of planets. These growing worlds take millions of years to form. Nothing is hurried. Each grain of dust finds its place through countless soft encounters. Gradually, these clusters become solid bodies, carving clear paths through the disk as they grow stronger. In the silence of space, entire planets are born without a sound. Orbits are one of the universe's most calming creations. A planet does not move randomly. It follows a graceful path, endlessly falling toward its star yet never reaching it. This balance creates a rhythm, a steady repetition that continues for billions of years. Every orbit is a promise that motion does not need chaos to exist. Closer to a star, rocky planets form, solid and warm. Farther away, gas giants gather thick atmospheres, growing massive and slow. Moons form around planets in the same gentle way, becoming companions in their quiet journeys. Rings of ice and dust settle into flat, elegant shapes, tracing gravity's invisible lines. Our own solar system is a perfect example of this harmony. The sun rests at the center, holding its planets in a soft gravitational embrace. Mercury circles quickly, while Neptune takes more than a century to complete a single orbit. Each planet moves at its own pace, yet all remain in balance, never colliding, never drifting away. Even asteroids and comets follow predictable paths. Some sleep for long periods in the outer reaches of the solar system, only occasionally waking as they travel closer to the sun. When they do, they glow softly, leaving delicate trails of light behind them before returning to darkness. Rotation adds another layer of calm motion. Planets spin gently on their axes, creating cycles of day and night. These rotations are not perfectly aligned, giving each planet its own unique rhythm. Earth's slow spin brings sunrise and sunset, reminders that time can pass smoothly and beautifully. Gravity shapes all of this movement without ever being seen. It is not a force that pushes, but one that guides. It bends paths, slows motion, and brings order to space. Without gravity, the universe would be a scattered dream. With it, everything finds a place to rest and move peacefully. Some planets drift freely, no longer bound to a star. These wandering worlds travel through the galaxy alone, cold and dark, yet still calm. They remind us that even without a home, motion can continue gently, guided by the galaxy's broader gravitational field. As planets age, they change slowly. Surfaces cool or crack. Atmospheres thin or thicken. Oceans may freeze or evaporate over millions of years. These changes are not sudden disasters, but gradual transformations, unfolding with patience. The universe does not rush planets into perfection. It allows them to exist as they are, shaped by time and motion. Each orbit, each rotation, each slow change is part of a larger cosmic design that values balance over speed. As you imagine these worlds drifting around their stars, let your thoughts follow their paths. Circular, steady, endless. There is comfort in repetition, in knowing where you will be next, even as time passes. Planets remind us that movement does not require stress. That change can be slow, and that harmony can exist even in the vast emptiness of space. As planets continue their calm journeys around their stars, smaller companions often follow alongside them. These companions are moons, gentle travelers bound by gravity's invisible threads. Moons form slowly from leftover material or captured objects, settling into steady orbits that last for billions of years. They do not compete with their planets. They accompany them. Some moons are smooth and quiet, their surfaces unchanged for ages. Others are active, shaped by internal heat and gravitational influence. Yet even the most active moons follow predictable rhythms. They rise and fall in the sky of their planet, creating cycles that never feel rushed. Earth's moon is one of the most familiar examples of cosmic calm. It drifts around our planet at a steady distance, completing one orbit roughly every month. Its presence is so gentle that we often forget how powerful its influence is. Without the moon, Earth would be a very different world. The moon's gravity reaches across space and touches Earth's oceans. This touch creates tides, slow movements of water that rise and fall each day. Tides do not crash suddenly. They arrive gradually, like a deep breath taken by the sea. Coastlines feel this rhythm constantly, shaped over millions of years by this quiet pull. Tides also affect the Earth itself. The solid ground beneath your feet stretches slightly under the moon's influence, responding gently to gravity's reach. Even time is affected. Over long periods, the moon has slowed Earth's rotation, making our days longer and more relaxed than they once were. Other planets experience similar connections. Jupiter's moon Io is pulled by intense gravity, causing volcanic activity that reshapes its surface. Saturn's moons interact with its rings, creating delicate patterns that shift slowly over time. These interactions are not violent. They are conversations between objects that have known each other for ages. Moons often keep the same face toward their planet, a state known as tidal locking. This means one side always faces the planet, while the other remains hidden. This is not forced. It is the natural outcome of gravity seeking balance. The moon does not resist. It rests in this position, comfortable and stable. Even distant moons in the outer solar system hold secrets. Beneath icy surfaces, hidden oceans may exist, warmed by internal heat. These oceans move quietly, unseen, protected from the cold of space above. They remind us that calm environments can exist even in the most unlikely places. Beyond moons and planets, gravity connects everything. Stars influence each other across vast distances. Galaxies pull on one another, shaping long streams of stars and gas. These connections are slow and subtle, but they are constant. Nothing in the universe is truly alone. Gravitational waves pass through space as well, ripples in space-time created by massive events far away. When two black holes merge, they send out gentle vibrations that travel for billions of years. By the time these waves reach Earth, they are incredibly faint, passing through us without sensation, like a whisper through the night. The universe communicates in these quiet ways. It does not shout. It sends soft signals that travel patiently, trusting that someone, somewhere, might notice. As you imagine moons circling their planets and tides rising and falling, let your thoughts slow with them. Feel the comfort of repetition, the safety of predictable motion, and the reassurance that unseen connections are always at work. Even when you feel still, forces beyond sight are guiding you gently, just as gravity guides moons and seas. You are part of this network of calm influence, moving in harmony with a universe that prefers balance over haste. As you drift farther away from individual stars and planets, the universe slowly reveals its larger patterns. Stars are not scattered randomly. They gather into vast families known as galaxies, held together by gravity's calm and persistent touch. Each galaxy contains billions, sometimes trillions of stars, yet moves through space with a quiet elegance. Some galaxies stretch into graceful spirals, their arms curving outward like slow-moving pinwheels of light. These spirals turn gently, taking hundreds of millions of years to complete a single rotation. Within their arms, stars are born, live, and fade, all while the galaxy continues its patient spin. Other galaxies are smooth and round, known as elliptical galaxies. They glow softly, filled with older stars that shine steadily without much change. These galaxies feel like quiet cities at rest, their energetic days long past, content to drift through space in silence. There are also irregular galaxies, shaped not by symmetry but by history. These galaxies have been gently pulled, stretched, or reshaped by encounters with others. Even so, they are not chaotic. Their forms tell stories of slow interactions and cosmic conversations that unfolded over billions of years. The Milky Way, our home galaxy, is a spiral with a glowing core and sweeping arms. It measures about 100,000 light-years across, yet its rotation is so slow that a single year around the galaxy takes longer than human civilization has existed. The Sun is simply one quiet star among many, drifting peacefully within one of its arms. At the heart of most galaxies lies a supermassive black hole. These black holes are not destructive centers, but calm anchors. They sit quietly, their gravity helping shape the galaxy's motion. Stars orbit these central giants at great distances, unaware of the silent presence guiding them. Galaxies do not exist alone. They gather into groups and clusters, bound together by gravity across millions of light-years. The Milky Way belongs to a small collection known as the Local Group, which includes the Andromeda Galaxy and many smaller companions. These galaxies drift together, slowly and steadily. Over immense spans of time, galaxies approach one another. When they meet, they do not crash like solid objects. Instead, they pass through each other gently, their stars rarely colliding. Gravity reshapes their paths, forming new structures that slowly settle into balance. Filaments of gas and dark matter connect galaxy clusters, forming a vast cosmic web. This web stretches across the universe, outlining enormous empty spaces called voids. These voids are some of the quietest places imaginable, regions where very little happens, and where time seems to stretch endlessly. From a great distance, the universe appears calm and organized. Galaxies trace soft patterns across space, guided by forces that act slowly and patiently. Nothing is hurried. Everything takes the time it needs. Light from distant galaxies travels across this cosmic web, crossing voids and filaments alike. By the time it reaches your eyes, it has been shaped by gravity, stretched by expansion, and softened by age. What you see is not just an image, but a memory carried through space. As you imagine floating between galaxies, surrounded by faint glows and endless darkness, the universe feels vast but not empty. It feels spacious, open, and forgiving. There is room to drift, to pause, and to rest. Galaxies remind us that even the largest structures in existence are formed through gentle processes. Through slow gathering, quiet motion, and endless patience, the universe builds its grand designs. And within this enormous, softly structured cosmos, your own existence becomes lighter, less hurried, and beautifully small. In the vastness of the universe, there are places where silence becomes absolute. These are regions shaped by extreme gravity, where space itself bends inward and time slows to a near standstill. These places are known as black holes, and despite their reputation, they are not chaotic or violent by nature. They are calm, stable, and deeply quiet. A black hole forms when a massive star reaches the end of its life. After burning through its fuel, the star can no longer support its own weight. Gravity gently but firmly pulls everything inward, compressing matter into an incredibly small space. The star fades from view, leaving behind a region where gravity reigns with quiet authority. At the edge of a black hole lies the event horizon. This boundary is not a physical surface, but a point of no return. Crossing it does not create a shock or sound. It simply marks where gravity becomes too strong for light to escape. From afar, a black hole appears calm, its presence known only by the way it influences nearby stars and gas. Time behaves differently near a black hole. To a distant observer, objects falling in appear to slow down, their motion stretching endlessly. From the perspective of the falling object, time continues normally. This gentle distortion reminds us that time is not fixed. It flows differently depending on where you are in the universe. Many black holes rest quietly at the centers of galaxies. They do not constantly consume everything around them. Most of the time, they simply exist, shaping the motion of stars with their gravity. Only when gas drifts too close does a black hole glow, as material spirals inward and releases energy before disappearing. There are also smaller black holes, drifting through space alone. These stellar black holes move silently, invisible unless they pass near something bright. They do not announce their presence. They travel calmly, like shadows in the cosmic night. Black holes are surrounded by deep quiet. Sound cannot travel in space, and near a black hole, even light struggles. What remains is a sense of stillness so complete that it feels almost peaceful. In these regions, the universe seems to pause and reflect. Despite their darkness, black holes are not endings. They are part of the universe's ongoing balance. They recycle matter, influence galaxies, and help shape large-scale structure. They are not destroyers, but participants in a larger, calmer process. Even information, according to modern theories, may not be truly lost inside black holes. It may be preserved in subtle ways, encoded on their boundaries. This suggests that the universe remembers everything, even in its deepest shadows. As you imagine floating near a black hole, there is no need for fear. From a safe distance, its presence is steady and predictable. It does not reach out. It does not chase. It simply exists, curved space resting around it like a still pond. Black holes teach us that silence can be powerful without being threatening, that darkness does not always mean danger, and that even the most extreme places in the universe follow calm, natural rules. In this deep cosmic quiet, your thoughts can slow completely. There is nothing to react to, nothing to escape. Only stillness, depth, and an endless, gentle night. In the universe, light is the great traveler. It moves faster than anything else, yet its journey is never hurried. Every beam of light begins its path in silence, leaving a star, a galaxy, or a distant cosmic event, and then drifting across space for millions or even billions of years. Light does not know where it will end. It simply moves forward, carrying stories from the past. When a star shines, it is sending pieces of its history outward in all directions. Each photon, a tiny packet of light, departs calmly from the star's surface and enters the dark. Some photons travel only a short distance before being absorbed. Others continue endlessly, crossing empty space without ever touching anything. As light moves through the expanding universe, it slowly stretches. Its wavelength grows longer, shifting towards softer colors. This stretching is called redshift, and it is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of patience. Light adapts to the universe it travels through, changing gently over time. The night sky is filled with ancient light. When you look at distant stars, you are seeing them as they once were. Some of them no longer exist in the form you see. Their light has outlived them, drifting onward long after the source has changed. In this way, the universe allows its past to remain visible. The oldest light of all comes from the universe's earliest moments. This ancient glow fills all of space, cooled and softened by time. It is faint, almost invisible, yet it surrounds you completely. Even in total darkness, this light is still there, quietly reminding you that the universe has a memory. Light moves calmly through galaxies, bending slightly as it passes massive objects. Gravity gently curves its path, creating subtle distortions known as gravitational lensing. This bending is not violent. It is a soft redirection, like a breeze guiding a drifting leaf. In the space between galaxies, light travels through immense emptiness. Here, time stretches long and change is rare. A photon can move for millions of years without encountering anything at all. Its journey becomes a meditation, uninterrupted and pure. When light finally reaches a planet, it ends its journey quietly. It may warm a surface, trigger a chemical reaction, or touch an eye. At that moment, a story that began billions of years ago is finally received. The universe connects past and present through this gentle exchange. Sunlight itself is ancient by human standards. The light warming your skin left the sun about 8 minutes ago. In that brief time, it crossed millions of kilometers of space, carrying energy without sound or effort. Even this everyday light is part of a much larger cosmic flow. Some light comes from powerful events, like supernovae or merging stars. Yet even these dramatic origins do not change light's behavior. Once released, it travels with the same calm persistence as all other photons, obeying the same quiet rules. Light never tires. It does not age in the way matter does. It simply moves, adapting to space and time as they shape it. In doing so, it becomes the universe's most patient messenger. As you imagine these photons drifting through the darkness, let your thoughts follow their pace. Slow, steady, unbroken. There is no rush to arrive. The journey itself is enough. The universe speaks softly through light, sharing its history with anyone willing to look and listen. And in this gentle glow, you are invited to rest, knowing that even across billions of years, the cosmos moves with calm intention. Time in the universe is not a hurried tick of a clock. It is a vast, flowing river, stretching across billions of years, moving at different speeds depending on where you float. Near massive stars or black holes, it slows gently, bending around gravity's presence. Far from any influence, it flows steadily, almost imperceptibly, like a whispering breeze through empty space. From the first moments after the Big Bang, the universe has been evolving slowly. Galaxies formed, stars ignited, planets coalesced, all over spans of millions and billions of years. Nothing rushed. Nothing demanded urgency. The cosmos allows every process to unfold at its own perfect pace. Stars age gradually, their cores fusing elements quietly. When they finally reach the end of their lives, the transformations are slow and precise. Even in death, stars contribute to new beginnings, scattering elements that will eventually form new stars, planets, and perhaps life. Change is inevitable, yet it is always patient. Galaxies evolve over billions of years as well. They collide, merge, and reshape each other, but these events happen gently. Stars rarely collide during these cosmic dances. The motions are long, drawn out, and graceful, as if the universe itself prefers rhythm over haste. Each galaxy moves with a deliberate elegance, preserving harmony even in transformation. Time affects planets too. Earth's continents drift slowly across its surface, reshaping oceans and mountains over eons. Ice ages come and go, climates shift imperceptibly, yet life continues to adapt in a steady, unhurried rhythm. Every planetary cycle is a lesson in patience, a reminder that change can be profound without ever feeling rushed. The universe itself expands quietly. Space stretches endlessly, carrying galaxies apart. This expansion is not abrupt or forceful. It is like a breath exhaled softly, continuously, without pause. Distances grow, yet the universe does not hurry. Every moment builds upon the last, creating more room for stars, planets, and life to exist. Even the smallest particles obey slow cosmic rules. Electrons orbit nuclei, atoms form, molecules emerge. These interactions happen constantly, yet they are calm and consistent. Life, at its core, is built from these patient processes. Everything from the vast spiral of a galaxy to the structure of a leaf depends on the quiet passage of time. Observers in distant galaxies experience time differently. For some, the universe's age feels slightly longer or shorter, stretched by the effects of gravity and motion. Yet the slow evolution continues uniformly, allowing structures to form, to grow, and to dissolve according to natural laws. There is balance in this variability. From the first sparks of light to the present, the universe has moved gently but persistently. Ancient photons continue their travels, stellar nurseries continue forming stars, and cosmic clouds continue drifting through the emptiness. The universe ages like a deep, restful breath, unfolding layer by layer. As you imagine floating through these stretches of time, let your own thoughts slow. There is no rush to understand, no need to chase. The universe is patient, and so are you. Every process, every motion, every transformation teaches the value of letting things unfold naturally. In this meditative flow, the universe feels less like an abstract concept and more like a companion. It is steady, enduring, and infinitely patient. And as you rest in its vastness, you realize that time, in all its quiet majesty, is the most gentle teacher of all. Far from the bright centers of galaxies, space is filled with delicate, drifting clouds known as nebulae. These clouds are made of gas and dust, stretching across light years, glowing softly in colors that the human eye can barely imagine. They are the quiet nurseries of stars, floating patiently in the cosmic night. Nebulae do not rush. Their forms shift slowly, shaped by gravity, radiation, and gentle currents of stellar wind. Some collapse inward, forming new stars in a calm ballet of matter. Others drift lazily, illuminated by distant stars, creating patterns that feel almost deliberate, as if the universe is painting with infinite patience. Within these clouds, cosmic dust floats like fine, invisible smoke. Though tiny, it plays a profound role. Dust grains allow molecules to form, serve as building blocks for planets, and scatter starlight in subtle, shimmering ways. They move slowly, sometimes drifting for millions of years before settling into a quiet orbit around a star or planet. The textures of nebulae are diverse. Some are dense and opaque, like clouds heavy with rain, hiding secrets within. Others are diffuse, stretching in ghostly tendrils that seem to float endlessly into darkness. Each nebula is unique, yet all share the same serene presence, reminding us that beauty often lies in gentle persistence. Colors in nebulae are soft, never harsh. Hydrogen glows in a calm red, oxygen shimmers in gentle green, and sulfur radiates a muted yellow. These hues blend into one another, creating a cosmic watercolor that drifts slowly across space. Observing them, one feels a sense of deep relaxation, as though the universe itself is sighing softly. Even light interacts with these clouds in quiet ways. Some of it is absorbed, warming the dust. Some is scattered, producing glowing halos or sparkling filaments. And some passes straight through, continuing its long journey across the cosmos. Every photon moves with purpose, yet with patience, never hurried, never lost. Nebulae also tell the story of death and rebirth. When a star dies, its outer layers expand and drift into space, becoming a planetary nebula. These soft shells carry the elements forged in the star's core, spreading them slowly across the galaxy. Over millions of years, this matter may join new clouds, forming the seeds of future stars and planets. Interstellar space, though often called empty, is filled with these quiet textures. Gas and dust may seem sparse, but they stretch over vast distances, forming subtle structures that are felt rather than seen. In these regions, the universe feels alive, yet calm, moving in ways almost imperceptible to the hurried observer. As you imagine floating among these clouds, let your thoughts slow. Picture the slow swirl of gas, the gentle drift of dust, and the soft glow of distant stars filtering through. There is no rush here, no tension, only expansive stillness that welcomes reflection and rest. Nebulae remind us that creation is often patient, requiring time, space, and quiet attention. Beauty does not appear instantly. It emerges slowly, shaped by unseen forces, and appreciated best when observed without urgency. And as you drift through these soft, glowing textures of the universe, you feel the profound serenity of cosmic patience. The universe is not only vast, it is tender, allowing every particle, star, and cloud to move in its own calm rhythm. Far from the orderly orbits of planets, the universe hosts wanderers. Comets, asteroids, and small icy bodies drift quietly through space, each following its own path, often untethered to a single star. These objects move at their own pace, guided by gravity, yet free to explore vast stretches of the cosmos. Comets are among the most poetic travelers. Composed of ice, dust, and rock, they drift in elongated orbits around their stars. Most of the time, they are dark, cold, and silent. Only when they approach a star do they awaken. The warmth causes their icy surfaces to slowly vaporize, creating tails of gas and dust that stretch behind them like delicate streams of light. This transformation is gentle, a silent announcement of their presence in the vast, empty night. Asteroids, in contrast, are quieter and more constant. Often rocky or metallic, they drift in belts between planets or alone in the darkness. Their motion is steady, predictable, yet graceful. They rarely collide, moving like dancers in a slow, unseen ballet. Some eventually drift into a planet's orbit, contributing quietly to its history, but most continue their endless wandering, unchanged for millions or even billions of years. The beauty of these small objects lies in their slow interactions. Comets can pass near planets, casting a fleeting shadow or reflecting sunlight in delicate glows. Asteroids may cluster in groups, gently tugging at each other's paths without ever colliding. Their motions are subtle, yet they leave traces of patterns that stretch across cosmic time. Every comet and asteroid carries a story. Many are remnants from the birth of a solar system, preserved in cold darkness for eons. They hold ancient materials, unchanged, as if the universe has kept a diary in their silent forms. Observing them is like reading letters from the distant past, written in the language of ice, rock, and dust. Some comets visit the inner regions of solar systems only once in many thousands of years. Their appearances are rare, fleeting, and mesmerizing. When they pass, their glowing tails drift slowly, reminding observers of the patient rhythms of space. Time itself feels stretched as these visitors glide across the sky, leaving memories that linger long after they vanish. Asteroids, too, tell a story of stability and patience. Some form belts, like the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, moving quietly together for billions of years. Even minor collisions are gentle, creating dust clouds that drift and settle over time, adding texture to the cosmic landscape without any rush or urgency. Beyond our solar system, countless wandering objects float through interstellar space. They are unbound, lonely travelers in the vast emptiness, yet their journeys are calm and purposeful. Gravity from distant stars may eventually redirect them, but for now, they drift peacefully, enjoying the endless silence of the cosmic night. These small wanderers remind us that not all movement requires chaos. Slow, deliberate paths create beauty just as grand as the light of stars or the majesty of galaxies. Even in emptiness, there is rhythm, balance, and poetry. As you imagine drifting alongside comets and asteroids, notice their calm persistence. They move without haste, observing space in the quietest way possible. Their journeys inspire a sense of deep serenity, as though even the smallest parts of the universe honor patience and rhythm. The universe, in its vastness, allows everything to move in its own way. Planets orbit, stars shine, galaxies spin, and comets drift. And in this endless interplay of motion, there is profound comfort. Everything is exactly where it is meant to be, moving at the pace it requires, and resting only when it chooses. Even in the vast emptiness between stars, the universe is not silent. It hums gently in ways we cannot hear with our ears. Invisible waves of energy, moving effortlessly through space, carry the quiet story of the cosmos. These are cosmic radiations, ancient signals that drift through the universe, soft, slow, and enduring. Some radiation comes from stars long dead. Photons released billions of years ago travel still, stretching and fading as they cross the darkness. When they reach a planet or telescope, they appear as starlight. Each beam is a whisper from the past, telling the story of a star's calm existence, its gentle life, and even its silent death. Cosmic microwave background radiation is even older, the softest murmur of the universe itself. It is a glow that fills all of space, the lingering warmth from the time when the universe was very young. This radiation is everywhere, touching everything, a soft blanket of memory draped across the cosmos. Its presence is comforting, reminding us that the universe remembers its beginnings. Radiation also travels through galaxies, bending slightly as it encounters massive objects, yet never hurried. These interactions are subtle and graceful, shaping the light without disturbing it. It is a dance of physics, performed quietly, patiently, and without chaos. Starlight echoes in space in other ways too. When light hits gas clouds, it scatters, creating faint glows that ripple through nebulae. When it passes through dust, it softens, creating gentle colors that drift slowly across the sky. These echoes are like messages, whispered over millennia, inviting observers to pause and reflect. Even more subtle are the gravitational whispers of the universe. When massive objects like black holes or neutron stars move, they send ripples through space-time itself. These gravitational waves travel silently, stretching and compressing space as they pass. By the time they reach distant regions, they are faint, but their existence is a reminder that even the largest forces in the universe can be quiet, persistent, and slow. Radiation and light together create a cosmic symphony of stillness. They move endlessly, connecting distant stars, galaxies, and planets. They carry information, warmth, and the memory of the universe, all without a sound. Observing them requires patience, a quiet mind, and willingness to float along their paths. Even on Earth, we are immersed in these gentle cosmic energies. Every moment, photons from distant stars, microwaves from the early universe, and particles from faraway cosmic events pass through us. We are constantly bathed in the universe's quiet whispers, reminders that we are part of its patient rhythm. The universe communicates subtly. It does not demand attention or rush to reveal itself. Its messages are carried across time and space at their own pace, waiting for those willing to notice. And in listening to these soft whispers, we find comfort in the calm persistence of existence. As you imagine drifting through these faint waves of light and energy, let your thoughts move with them. Slow, steady, unhurried. Every ripple, every photon, every echo is a reminder that the universe unfolds gradually, with infinite patience, and that you too can drift, rest, and be at peace. The universe is alive in the quiet, and in this quiet, we find not emptiness, but gentle presence, a rhythm that soothes, connects, and comforts. Step back far enough, and the universe reveals its grand, patient design. Galaxies do not float randomly. They trace subtle, elegant patterns across unimaginable distances. They form clusters, connected by vast filaments of gas and dark matter, stretching like threads in a cosmic web. The spaces between, called voids, are enormous regions of near-nothingness, soft and silent, where time seems to drift more slowly. These voids are not empty in the sense of nothingness. They are full of quiet possibility, spaces where few stars or galaxies exist, and where light travels unhindered for millions of years. Floating here, you would feel immense calm. No collisions, no noise, no sudden events, only the vast stillness of cosmic emptiness. Filaments, by contrast, are the highways of the universe. They connect clusters of galaxies, carrying matter along invisible paths shaped by gravity. Stars, gas, and dark matter drift along these delicate threads, never rushing, always moving in harmony. The universe's architecture at this scale is soft, balanced, and breathtakingly patient. Clusters of galaxies rest at the intersections of these filaments, like quiet towns along a cosmic network. Here, gravity gently pulls galaxies together, shaping their positions over billions of years. Collisions happen slowly, stars rarely touch, and the energy released is absorbed by the surrounding space. Even the universe's largest interactions are calm, controlled, and orderly. Observing this structure from a distance, you see a subtle pattern resembling a lacework of light and darkness. It is not rigid, it is flexible, expanding with the universe, shifting gently as time passes. This soft structure guides the motion of everything within it, from tiny particles of dust to entire galaxies, and yet it does so without haste. The cosmic web reminds us that even on scales too vast to imagine, the universe values patience. Filaments grow over eons, clusters slowly form, and voids quietly expand. Nothing is forced. Everything emerges through gentle influence, guided by the soft hand of gravity. Within this architecture, light travels along gentle curves, illuminating galaxies, tracing shadows, and revealing shapes that are only visible when viewed from extreme distances. The soft glow of countless stars and nebulae within clusters adds texture to the web, like tiny lanterns suspended across an endless dark ocean. Even the largest cosmic events are mellowed by scale. When galaxies meet, they do not collide violently. Instead, they drift past or through one another, stars weaving around each other like dancers, gas clouds merging softly, and black holes moving silently at the centers. Chaos is minimal, rhythm prevails. Time at this scale feels different. The universe's heartbeat slows to a pace almost unimaginable to human perception. Events unfold over hundreds of millions of years, yet each movement is purposeful, measured, and calm. Every galaxy, every filament, and every void participates in this vast, slow choreography. Floating here, in the heart of the cosmic web, you sense a comforting balance. There is motion, but it is gentle. There is change, but it is patient. And there is silence, yet it is not empty. Every structure whispers the same truth, that the universe, in all its enormity, moves with infinite patience, and that you too can find stillness within its rhythm. The universe at large scales is both immense and soothing. Its sleeping architecture allows everything to drift naturally, reminding us that even the grandest systems can exist without urgency, without pressure, and yet with perfect harmony. Even in the brightest regions of space, much remains invisible. The universe is filled with mysteries that cannot be seen directly, yet shape everything around us. Two of these quiet, invisible forces are dark matter and dark energy. They move silently, patiently, orchestrating the universe without sound or haste. Dark matter is everywhere. It neither shines nor reflects light, yet its gravity gently holds galaxies together. Without it, stars would drift away, and galaxies would unravel. Dark matter acts like a soft scaffold, invisible yet essential, allowing cosmic structures to maintain their form over billions of years. It moves with patience, guiding the motion of countless stars without interference or noise. Dark energy, by contrast, is the subtle driver of expansion. It pushes space itself to grow, stretching the universe gently and evenly. This expansion is not sudden or violent. It flows like a calm river, widening the distances between galaxies over eons. Dark energy ensures that space keeps expanding, allowing room for new stars, planets, and galaxies to emerge in time. It is persistent, patient, and invisible. Together, dark matter and dark energy create the quiet balance of the cosmos. One pulls inward, holding structures together. The other pushes outward, giving room for growth. Neither hurries. Neither dominates. They maintain a gentle tension that shapes the universe in a way that feels both ordered and serene. These forces also explain the universe's slow evolution. Galaxies drift along their filaments, their shapes influenced by dark matter. The space between galaxies grows steadily under dark energy's quiet influence. Cosmic time unfolds gradually, giving stars, planets, and even life the time it needs to emerge. Despite their invisibility, dark matter and dark energy are not abstract concepts. They are the silent architects of everything we see. They affect the motion of planets, the structure of galaxies, and the very fate of the universe. Yet they do so without force or hurry, proving that the most profound influences can be soft, patient, and unseen. Even the universe itself may be resting in this balance. Its expansion continues gently. Structures form, evolve, and transform over billions of years. Chaos is rare, motion is measured, and time feels expansive. The cosmos seems to breathe slowly, guided by forces that are invisible yet essential. Imagine floating through space, surrounded by stars and galaxies, yet aware that most of the universe is hidden from view. These hidden components move silently, shaping the motion of all visible matter. They are everywhere, yet unnoticeable to the casual observer. Their presence is subtle, calming, and deeply reassuring. Dark matter and dark energy remind us that the universe operates beyond what we can see. Much of its beauty, power, and structure comes from quiet forces patiently guiding all things. Even in the darkness, there is gentle order, and even in the unknown, there is serene rhythm. As you drift through this vast, unseen cosmos, allow yourself to relax into the mystery. The universe moves at its own pace, invisible threads guiding stars, galaxies, and planets with quiet certainty. And in this realization, you feel a soft, cosmic comfort that even the hidden aspects of life are patient, stable, and perfectly balanced. The universe is a master of patience, repeating its patterns with quiet precision. Stars are born, live, and fade in cycles that stretch across millions or even billions of years. These cycles are not abrupt. They are smooth, measured, and deeply comforting in their predictability. In stellar nurseries, clouds of gas and dust gather slowly. Gravity whispers, pulling matter inward, layer by layer, particle by particle. Over countless millennia, stars ignite in gentle fusion, beginning a long and steady existence. They shine, neither hurrying nor fading too quickly, their energy a calm heartbeat in the vast darkness. Stars of different sizes live according to their nature. Small stars burn quietly for trillions of years, their light soft and enduring. Massive stars burn brightly, their lives shorter, yet each stage is deliberate, every reaction controlled. The universe allows each star its proper pace, respecting the natural rhythm of growth and decay. Eventually, stars age. Medium stars like the Sun expand into red giants, their outer layers drifting outward like clouds of warm gas. The light they emit becomes softer, richer, and more soothing. Slowly, over millions of years, their matter spreads into space, seeding future stars and planets. Death here is not sudden. It is a transformation, a continuation of creation in another form. Massive stars may end in supernovae, scattering their elements across the cosmos. Even these dramatic events unfold according to cosmic patience. Explosions release energy silently into space, shaping nebulae and triggering the birth of new stars. Every ending carries the seed of a new beginning, forming an eternal cycle that repeats endlessly. Planets and moons are part of these cycles too. They form from the remnants of older stars, slowly cooling, orbiting, and evolving. Their landscapes shift over eons. Oceans rise and fall, mountains erode, and atmospheres change, all at a pace that is unhurried, measured, and comforting in its continuity. Even galaxies participate in cycles. They collide, merge, and reshape each other, not abruptly, but over hundreds of millions of years. Stars pass by without touching, gas clouds drift and condense, and black holes quietly anchor the motion. Each cycle of creation and transformation is part of a vast cosmic rhythm. Time itself seems to bend in these cycles. Near massive stars or dense regions, it flows slowly, stretching the experience of motion and change. In emptier regions, it drifts freely, giving cosmic events their full duration. The universe's cycles are therefore both flexible and consistent, accommodating all forms of matter and energy without rush. Cosmic cycles are the universe's lullaby. They remind us that creation and destruction are part of the same gentle process. Every particle, star, planet, and galaxy participates in this rhythm, moving in harmony with a vast, slow-moving orchestra of matter and energy. As you imagine drifting among these cycles, allow yourself to feel their cadence. Let the soft birth of stars, the gentle death of giants, and the slow merging of galaxies guide your thoughts into stillness. Each process is deliberate, calm, and enduring, a cosmic meditation stretching across eternity. The universe teaches through cycles that even immense change can be gentle. Even endings are beginnings. And in this eternal rhythm, you find comfort, patience, and the quiet assurance that everything unfolds in its own time, softly, peacefully, and beautifully. Though space is silent to our ears, the universe hums a secret melody. Vibrations ripple through gas clouds, star clusters, and cosmic plasma, creating rhythms that are imperceptible to human hearing, yet deeply present. These interstellar sounds are gentle, constant, and meditative, like a background lullaby echoing across the cosmos. When massive stars pulsate or binary systems orbit each other, they send subtle waves through space. These vibrations stretch the fabric of gas and dust, producing patterns that drift slowly over millions of years. Their presence is not overwhelming or chaotic. It is soft, continuous, and reassuring, like the pulse of a deep, steady heartbeat. Galaxies themselves produce faint rhythms. Stars orbit the center, black holes tug at surrounding matter, and clouds of gas sway under gravitational influence. These motions generate vibrations that move silently through space. The combined effect is a universal orchestra playing notes far below human perception, a cosmic symphony in perpetual motion. Even cosmic events often carry these soft melodies. When stars explode or collide, the resulting waves ripple across the surrounding space. Gravity, light, and gas respond in harmony, spreading subtle oscillations that may last for millions of years. Though invisible and inaudible, these motions are gentle and continuous, like soft whispers of the universe's inner workings. Interstellar clouds amplify these quiet vibrations. Gas and dust shift and stretch in response, forming patterns that slowly change over eons. The edges of nebulae ripple like fabric caught in an unseen breeze, spreading beauty without haste. Every ripple, every shift, is part of the universe's hidden rhythm. Even black holes participate in this melody. When they rotate or interact with companion stars, they create waves in space-time, gravitational waves, that move outward silently, gently stretching and compressing the space around them. These waves carry the music of colossal events, yet they do so calmly, without abruptness or fear. Dark matter, too, contributes to these hidden harmonies. Though invisible, its presence guides galaxies, influencing their motion and interactions. The resulting patterns of movement create a slow, underlying pulse, a soft, invisible vibration that resonates through the cosmic web. As you imagine floating through this vast orchestra, notice the harmony in motion. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is abrupt. Even the most powerful forces act with patience and rhythm, contributing to a larger, tranquil composition that stretches across space and time. These cosmic melodies remind us that the universe is alive, even when still. Its music is subtle, hidden beneath layers of space, time, and light. And in listening, not with ears, but with awareness, you can feel the universe's gentle pulse. Drifting along with these vibrations, allow your thoughts to synchronize with the cosmic rhythm. Let each pulse slow your breathing, each subtle wave ease your mind. You are part of this universal harmony, floating effortlessly within a melody that has existed for billions of years and will continue long after. The universe sings quietly, patiently, and endlessly. And in this hidden music, there is rest, there is comfort, and there is a deep, gentle sense of belonging. Space is a place of extremes, yet even in its contrasts, it moves with calm patience. Vast regions are frozen, dark, and still. Temperatures drop to near absolute zero, where atoms move almost imperceptibly. These cold regions, though silent and motionless to the human eye, are not empty. They are holding, waiting, and resting, a deep pause in the cosmic rhythm. Some stars, far away in the outer edges of galaxies, burn faintly. Their energy is low, almost dim, yet steady. They are ancient suns, emitting light so soft it feels like a whisper across the void. Though their warmth barely reaches distant planets, their presence is constant, a quiet companion in the vast night. Even planets and interstellar clouds feel this patient temperature. Ice drifts across moons, frozen comets glide slowly in long orbits, and nebulae carry cold gas, awaiting the gentle touch of a nearby star. Change here is slow. Nothing melts or transforms quickly. The universe allows these frozen regions to exist for billions of years, undisturbed. The warmth of distant suns is equally patient. Light travels for millions of years to reach a planet, and when it does, it arrives softly, filtered by the vast emptiness of space. This gentle energy nurtures the surfaces of planets and moons, shaping conditions with patience and care. Heat is never forced. It flows steadily, guiding life and matter slowly, without urgency. Even black holes, often seen as dark and cold, have surrounding regions warmed by friction, radiation, and the movement of gas. These regions glow subtly, a quiet warmth in the heart of apparent darkness. Even in these extremes, the universe balances cold and heat, darkness and light, creating a slow, harmonious flow. Temperature in the cosmos is a reminder of time's patience. Frozen stars and icy clouds endure for billions of years, while nearby warmth from young suns shapes new systems gently. Every degree, every photon of heat, is part of a rhythm that unfolds naturally, without rush or disruption. The contrast between frozen emptiness and distant warmth creates a sense of balance. It allows space to breathe, to exist without extremes overwhelming the calm. The universe is not harsh, it is measured, giving each object, each region, its own pace and energy. As you imagine floating among these extremes, feel the slow pull of warmth from distant stars and the patient embrace of cold cosmic expanses. Let your mind drift like an icy comet warmed by faint sunlight, moving gracefully between quietness and gentle energy. In this space, temperature itself becomes meditative. Cold teaches rest, warmth teaches subtle nurturing, and together they guide every particle and planet through their eternal journeys. You are surrounded by this slow balance, invited to relax, float, and breathe in the patient pulse of the cosmos. The universe's extremes are not threats, they are teachers of patience, endurance, and gentle rhythm. And in their calm contrast, there is profound comfort, a cosmic lullaby that soothes the mind and soul. Far beyond the bright stars and spiraling galaxies, space is filled with gentle veils of matter. Interstellar clouds, often called cosmic fog, drift slowly through the void. They are made of gas and tiny dust particles, moving quietly, stretching across light years with a serene grace. Here, motion is unhurried, and time feels expansive. These clouds are not uniform. Some are thick and dense, holding the potential for new stars to emerge. Others are diffuse, barely visible, yet they move along the gentle currents of the galaxy. Their forms shift slowly, sculpted by gravity and light, never forced, always patient. Every swirl and ripple is deliberate, part of a cosmic meditation. Dust within these clouds drifts like smoke in a silent room. It moves with the softest nudges from starlight and gravity, sometimes clumping together over millions of years, sometimes dispersing quietly across space. Each particle follows a path of calm persistence, contributing subtly to the formation of new stars and planets. Light interacts with these clouds in soft, beautiful ways. Distant starlight filters through the mist, scattering into faint glows, painting shadows and highlights across the drifting material. The effect is like watercolor on an infinite canvas, subtle, meditative, and endlessly calming. Interstellar clouds also carry the echoes of ancient stars. Gas and dust that were once part of long-extinct stars continue to drift, traveling across the galaxy, unhurried, unbroken. In them, history moves at a pace so slow that the memory of creation lingers, softly whispering across the void. Even in motion, these clouds teach stillness. Their drift is steady but unremarkable. Collisions are rare. Turbulence is gentle. The universe allows them to glide, to stretch, and to shape themselves naturally over timescales far beyond human comprehension. Their beauty lies in patience. Sometimes, these clouds compress under gravity, slowly igniting the birth of stars. The process is calm, taking millions of years. Light from the newborn stars then illuminates the surrounding cloud, turning mist into gentle color, haze into glowing shapes. This transformation is gradual, meditative, and endlessly mesmerizing. As you imagine floating among this cosmic fog, let your thoughts drift with it. Picture each particle, each wisp of gas, moving slowly, softly, and purposefully. Feel the timelessness of space, where everything flows at its own pace, and even the smallest changes take eons to complete. Interstellar clouds remind us that the universe thrives in patience. Life, light, and matter evolve slowly, guided by forces that are unseen yet steady. Their quiet, unhurried drift is a gentle invitation to release tension, to float, and to rest in the vast calm of space. In this cosmic fog, motion and stillness coexist perfectly. You can feel the universe's pulse, subtle and slow, as matter drifts endlessly, creating, shaping, and nurturing the vastness around it. And in this rhythm, there is peace, wonder, and infinite serenity. If you travel far enough, past galaxies, clusters, and filaments, you reach the cosmic horizon, the edge of what we can observe. Beyond this horizon lies the unknown, a vast expanse that may stretch endlessly beyond human sight and comprehension. Even here, in the limits of observation, the universe moves with calm patience, slow and deliberate. The horizon itself is not a wall. It is a gentle boundary defined by light's travel and the expansion of space. Objects beyond it may already exist, yet their light has not reached us. They are part of the universe's quiet mystery, moving undisturbed in the infinite stretch beyond. Their presence is a reminder that the cosmos is larger than what we can perceive, yet it remains orderly and serene. Even near this horizon, light moves slowly across immense distances. Photons that left distant galaxies billions of years ago are still traveling, stretching, fading, and illuminating the darkness. Each beam carries the soft story of stars, galaxies, and cosmic events, connecting the distant past with the present in a gentle, unbroken flow. Time and space behave in strange yet calm ways at these extremes. Expansion stretches distances, redshifting light, and altering perception, yet nothing is sudden. Motion is slow, and change is gradual, creating a universe that feels infinite, yet balanced. Even in the unknown, there is rhythm, pattern, and harmony. Beyond the observable horizon, the universe may continue in ways we cannot imagine. Galaxies may drift silently, stars may burn gently, and cosmic clouds may expand slowly. Even if these regions are hidden from view, they follow the same rules as the parts we see: soft, patient, and precise. As you drift toward this horizon, a sense of calm deepens. The universe does not hurry. Its vastness is not overwhelming. It is expansive, gentle, and open. Every star, every photon, every cloud participates in a slow, unbroken dance across incomprehensible distances. Nothing is rushed, nothing is lost, everything moves with cosmic patience. This edge, this horizon, invites reflection. It reminds you that there is always more to explore, yet there is no need for urgency. The unknown stretches ahead, calm and infinite, a soft invitation to release worry and sink into the rhythm of space. Floating here, you feel the vastness of the cosmos around you, the delicate balance between light and dark, known and unknown. Even at the furthest reaches, the universe maintains its quiet order. The infinite stretch beyond the horizon becomes a space for meditation, a gentle reminder of scale, continuity, and cosmic serenity. The cosmic horizon teaches patience and humility. It shows that even the greatest unknowns are not chaotic. They are slow, measured, and part of a larger, harmonious rhythm. And in this realization, your mind drifts, at peace, in sync with the infinite calm of the universe. Now, imagine the universe as a whole. Every star, every planet, every galaxy, every particle of dust and beam of light exists in a vast, patient harmony. Each component moves in its own rhythm, guided by gravity, energy, and the slow passage of time. The universe is neither chaotic nor hurried. It is steady, expansive, and endlessly calm. As you drift through this immense expanse, notice the layers of movement. Stars orbit their centers, galaxies spin gently, clusters drift along filaments, and dark matter silently holds it all together. Even the unknown reaches beyond observation continue their subtle dance, moving in quiet synchrony with the whole. Nothing is abrupt. Nothing demands attention. Everything simply exists, in perfect balance. Time here is vast. You feel it stretching, like a slow breath, allowing you to move effortlessly with cosmic currents. Ancient light washes over you, whispering stories from billions of years ago. Comets and asteroids drift by softly, interstellar clouds float lazily, and nebulae glow with patient colors. Every motion, however slight, is meditative and restorative. The quiet forces, dark matter, dark energy, gravity, and cosmic expansion, guide everything without rush. They create space for growth, change, and rest. Stars are born and fade. Galaxies evolve and merge. Matter drifts across cosmic oceans. And throughout it all, the universe maintains its gentle rhythm like a masterful, eternal lullaby. Floating in this cosmic calm, you notice the subtle vibrations and hidden melodies that resonate everywhere. Gravitational waves ripple silently, radiation flows endlessly, and light travels patiently across vast distances. Even in silence, the universe communicates, softly, persistently, beautifully. This totality, the sum of all things, known and unknown, offers a profound sense of peace. There is nothing to chase, nothing to control, nothing to fear. You are surrounded by immense scale, infinite space, and timeless motion. Yet this immensity is comforting, not overwhelming. It is soft, open, and restful. As you rest here, imagine yourself drifting with the universe. Let every heartbeat sync with its slow cadence. Let your mind float like dust in a nebula, drifting with photons from distant stars. Feel the calm of gravity, the quiet of voids, the gentle glow of light stretched across billions of years. You are a part of this cosmic meditation. The universe teaches through its stillness and motion. Patience, balance, and harmony are infinite. Life, light, matter, and time move with unhurried purpose. Every ending is a beginning. Every motion is intentional, even when imperceptible. And in this realization, you feel complete, at peace, and part of a vast, eternal calm. As this journey ends, carry this sense of cosmic serenity with you. The universe does not demand. It allows. It flows. And so can you, moving gently, breathing slowly, resting completely, in tune with the endless, patient rhythm of all that exists. The universe is vast. The universe is calm. And within this calm, you are home.